Ah, now wow. Some people can do anything for publicity. Eh? Hey, Mr. Nigeria, even you too. They manipulated you at your age. Hey, Edu told you. We been the thing saying only very dark man Edu told. So Edu told you too. Human being self, wetin they do now? Una heart just be like hellfire that always want. Eh? Una get power, una go dey look for money. Una get money, una go dey look for popularity. Una get that one, una go dey, you guys must be looking for one thing or the other. That's why one Mr. Nwoke go marry one small girl that is old enough to be his granddaughter. A billionaire, very rich man. You go marry one small girl. Why? Because he wants people to know him. Una dey always want. You will be Mr. Nigeria. You know, do you? You know, do you want people to know you, to hear you? Carry yourself, go give Edu. Edu, now you are telling us that Edu manipulated you. That Edu must be strong, oh. That Edu must be strong. Guys, may una listen.
Many of you saw this video.
Poor girls turn me on. The poorer the girl,
Okay, let me explain. I'm gonna use Igbo. This Mr. Nigeria gara na nke Edu. In case you don't know what is going on, ọ gara na nke Edu. Ọ gara interview. Was it? That's not otebe aka. Ọ gara na nke Edu ga interview. According to him, ọ gara dị ka ọ kọwaa ome ndị mmadụ ka ha malụ na alụmdi onye ọganyara na onye ogbenye ga-adịkwanụ mma. Ndị ọganyara na-akpatụkwanụ nso n'ebe ndị ogbenye nọ ka a na-anụgharịkọta, hapụ iwu onye ọganyara na-achọ onye ọganyara ibi, onye ogbenye na-achọ ịmago. He came up with good idea, ya. Ọ sị na ya lụzie na nke Edu wee manipulate ya, wee sị anya okwukwe like that na ọ ya aga abịa. Na ọwụ na ọ chọrọ ka a marị ya, na ọwụ na ọ chọrọ ka ọ gaa abịa, na nna ive ọ ya ekwu. Now Edu gwaziri and ọ sị na ya kwụ 5 million naira. Hụ na akwụchado ụgwọ were aga ihe nke a biko. Na ya kwụrụ ụgwọ o. Edu sị nọ ihe a ka ọ ga-ekwu, na ọ bụ na ọ ga-ekwe, that means na interview a ga-ehold. O wee kweta ihe mana ọ bụrụ ife ị chọrọ ikwu, ọ bụrụ ife like, o kweta wee kwuo, wee kwuchezie, internet wee nwụrụ ọkụ. A na-adọ this guy ka adọbichie nya akwala amụ. That is if adọrọ that guy mgbe ahụ. Ya ka ọ na-ekwu na the thing cause ọ ezigbo problem. Na ọ bụrụ ife a ka ya chọrọ ikwu, na ọ bụrụ ife a ka ya kwadoro ịga mee, nọ Edu. My own wee bụrụ kere ka Edu gwara gị ihe ige ma dị mana ihe a adọrọ ma ọ bụrụ ife ị chọrọ ime, ikweta. How? Ikabu baby, are you a
attracted I am to her.
A lot of you be wondering why a guy like this would have said something like that. Today he's here to clear the air because he was forced to say that very statement.
Really?
It never truly came from him. This is his story.
It's against my character to say such a thing because poor girls don't turn me on. No. Nedu told me that he owns Honest Bunch podcast. So he said I'll have to pay a certain amount, 5 million naira. That's if I really want to present this topic today, that he's giving me the option of I have to say what he tells me to say. He now said I have to mention a celebrity's name to make the thing go viral. He specifically mentioned Very Dark Man. He said I should mention Very Dark Man. So since the owner is telling me this, I went on the podcast and said the things Nedu asked me to say. I was so I started live. In my lifetime, I've met manipulators, I've met narcissists, I've met gaslighters, and I've met scammers, but Nedu is a discovery. Hi, my name is Ugo Wokolo, Mr. Nigeria, Super Rational. I'm sure a lot of you saw the video that went viral a couple of weeks back. I was actually manipulated and forced to say that. This is my story.
Oh my goodness, bro, I can't believe you made that statement. Poor girls turn you on. Why would you even say something like that?
Yeah. I made a statement, but I was actually forced and manipulated to make that statement.
Can you tell us about everything?
It's actually a long story, but I'll try to cut it short. You see, I won Mr. Nigeria Super National 2024 October, and I needed Nigerians to know about my journey because I was going to represent my dear country in Poland. So I needed Nigerians to know about my journey and everything. So I reached out to Honest Bunch podcast. So Nedu is someone I look up to as a mentor in the industry because he has been here for a long time, and he's someone I look up to, someone I admire his craft and everything. So I reached out to Nedu and was like, oh, I want to appear on the Honest Bunch podcast to discuss a topic that I think is actually valuable to Nigerians. So what Nedu responded to me is that, okay, first of all, he said I'll have to pay a certain amount for me to appear on this podcast. I was like, okay, how much? He said 5 million naira. Nedu told me that he owns Honest Bunch podcast and he has to settle his staff from that amount. I said, okay, no problem. I had to do it. So I sent Nedu 5 million naira. And so after I sent him money, he was like, okay, what's your topic? And I went ahead and told him that, okay, my topic is
5 million.
eradicating classism and advocating, fostering an egalitarian society. So I'm going to quote Nedu verbatim. What he said to me is that, Mr. Nigeria, this thing where they talk like big grammar, Nigerians they don't like people that sound intelligent. You're not Peter Obi. For your message to fly, you have to sound dumb. You have to bring all those baby grammar because it's not going to fly. That's what Nedu told me. I was like,
that one is true, especially on this Facebook. If you dey do Celeste, you know go make am. You have to be Mbeke like me. If you didn't forget even America, here London, here Australia, package on one side. Nigerians, they like you when you are, how do I put it? When even my Mbeke, that's not the way they will watch you and follow you. Our people, so do the right na that one, Mr. Man. If takọbịa sị ụgbọ oyibo here package bụ onwe gị, na you sabi.
okay.
And you are new to media.
Yeah, I'm new to media. So yeah, and it's someone I respect so much.
So of course.
So I felt that every counsel and advice from him is gold, and so I need to take it.
Yeah, you need to
Yeah, so I just said, okay, since Nedu can say this to me, because I didn't think he had any ulterior motive on any surreptitious move or anything. So I took it hook, line, and sinker because I'm someone that is very credulous. I tend to believe people a lot because of my good heart. Because I believe that people should not do bad to me because I cannot nurse anything evil to someone. So Nedu now said to me that I have to sound dumb to appeal to Nigerians. A day before the podcast, Nedu told me that there's a development. Someone else is coming to make the conversation interesting. I was like, but that's not our agreement now.
I mean, this is something you paid for, exactly. For yourself.
I paid to promote myself. So why are you bringing someone else? Nedu now said, oh, there's no problem now. It's just to make it interesting. Don't worry. And I said, no. 5 million is not something that people pluck from tree now. Exactly. It's my hard-earned money. So why are you reneging on our agreement? So after a lot of back and forth, Nedu now finally agreed to refund me 2 million from the 5 million so that I can appear with someone else on the program. So he said he's going to refund me the money after I make the appearance. So the day came, the day of the podcast. I said to Nedu, I would like to see you for briefing. Let me know what I'm going to say and everything. Because I already had what I was going to say, but I just needed to know. I was just trying to get some briefing. So
it's your first time?
Yeah, it's my first time actually. So Nedu now met me and said, yeah, it's a good thing because he was actually talking to his co-host and they've dissected the topic and they think it's not something that's going to go viral. That if I really want to present this topic today, that he's giving me the option of I have to say what he tells me to say. I was like, no, now I have my topic already. Why would he tell me what to say? He said no, that this is the way it works. That he has to tell me what to say. This is his program, and he calls the shot. I was speechless. I was dumbfounded. I was like, bro, this is not what to discuss. He now said, number one, you're going to tell me what to say, and I have to mention the celebrity's name to make the thing go viral. He specifically mentioned Very Dark Man. He said I should mention Very Dark Man. I was like, Very Dark Man doesn't have anything to do with my topic because my topic is about rich men getting married to broke girls or girls who they are in a better financial position than. But he now said I should say something like, poor girls turn me on. The poorer the girl, the more attracted I am to her. And I said, no. If you insist not to say this, then I think I have to back off. I'll just take my money and leave. He now said that he's sorry that he can't refund because the money has been distributed to his workers. That the only thing that he can do is I should go back and come back on a later date when I'm interested or when I'm ready. I said, but I'm ready now. You're giving me a new topic and everything. He now said, that's how he's done, that I have to accept this or go back and come back. So I had to think about the money I've spent, and coming back is going to cost me more money. So
that's not good.
You had to fly from Abuja to
I had to fly from Abuja to Lagos for the interview. Yeah. So I just said, okay, since we're here already, let's just do it. Since Nedu is the owner, because he told me he's the owner of the Honest Bunch podcast. So since the owner is telling me this, I'm a newbie in the industry. So I foolishly agreed to that. And that is what put me in the mess I am today. So I went on a podcast and said the things Nedu asked me, manipulated me to say. But I'll still say this. I take responsibility. I'm not trying to blame anybody. I'm just trying to tell Nigerians what actually happened and what prompted me to make that statement. The thing is, it's against my character to say such a thing because poor girls don't turn me on.
No, poor girls not to turn you on.
Forced and manipulated me to say that. I deserve all the insults I've gotten so far because I was the one that said it, but I just need Nigerians to know what's actually transpired. So I've been seeing a lot of repulsive, just comments saying, oh, some people said I manipulate women, that is why I'm looking for a poor girl to control and all of that. I'm a ritualist, I'm looking for a poor girl to use. A lot of comments that is against my character, against my person. That is not who I am. I'm so sorry.
So how
I was just a victim of manipulation. So this is not who I am. Power girls don't turn me on. I'm sorry that this happened, and that is why I'm here to clear the air. In my lifetime, I've met manipulators, I've met narcissists, I've met gaslighters, and I've met scammers, but Nedu is a discovery. Yeah. Because before I went for the podcast, he told me something. He said, even Cyberbudge, he said he was the one that made Cyberbudge say what she said, and now she has gone viral. She's popular. That I should just listen to him, I should believe him, I should trust him.
Even Nachoko unu go viral. Unu underestimate now. Come to me now, ngwa gị ife ị ga-eme gị ga viral. Just as me, there are things ma chọrọ ime. Imagine one m mere eme ebe niile nwuru ọkụ. Ị gaa na YouTube. I'm in America. Di na-akụ ife. Ị gaa na TikTok. Ọ na-afịa everywhere. Ọ na-afịa just one. If to say I really want to be controversial, ọmụkwa ị ga-afọ azụmanya. Because ihe nọ n'isi a, ihe Chineke wụnye n'isi a, oh my goodness. Ọ na ịchọ ịga viral gị gwa m, ngwa gị ego na ị ga-akwụ, ma ị gakwa viral ma refund gị, ma chika nna gwa gị. Because I know the game, I know what Nigerians want. Just that there are things ma chọrọ ime, but I know them. Ị gaba na nke Edu, ọ ga manipulate gị, ifugoni ya. And one thing, ịchọkwa ịga viral, ife na-aga viral mgbe ụfọdụ abụkwa ife na-atọ ụtọ, ọ ife na-afụ ụfụ. And that's why Edu ji wee nye gị nke onye, because ị chọrọ ịga viral. The truth of the matter, ọ bụ na ọ bịakwa bịakwa ihe ahụ ọ chọrọ ikwu, ọ yakwa aga viral. That is the truth. But if you want to do it, let it come from your heart. Be prepared mentally, because people will talk. Just like asịrị nna akụ, people are, ịkwụgbu onwe gị na, if I'm not prepared mentally, m gara akwụsịgo na, ịbịa go 1 or 2, 3 comments, ịkwụsị. So you have to be prepared, the matter that, okay, this is what will come with it. Ikwechiri, ota yuele doshe ikwechiri. But he disappointed kwalani, Mr. Nigeria for that matter, I cannot manipulate you. Keti features can do so me. If you are this soft, you do man. Ntokole do anu one no ani so manipulate to tall guy edekage. If you tie very quick na akwe, you make one of the mistake ya onzo. Then to you do na for you. Ono gina ehikwa mmiri. Igwe ano go and meditate Cyberbudge. You go if that is Edu na wow. You do too much, Edu. You do too much. Guys, what do you have to say? Drop your comments, let me know. But Edu the commercial some people which is not good. And it seems like Edu didn't want to disgrace very dark man. Because this person now confirm and Edu so very dark man alpha. That means Otego Edu na join him na very dark man. You see him? Nda nwa akpa ha ọnụ fa na-eshicha mmiri ka akpa. Mụ na m nọdụ n'ọfụma, ka ọ dị later.